All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are here for our lovely 2 p.m. game. Again, Kiwoom, since they are the only team in the dome on Sundays, they will always play at 2 o'clock if they are the home team. So I will always stream the Kiwoom game just because I know a lot of you in the US prefer the 2 o'clock game. Uh, so here we be, ladies and gentlemen. And the first pitch is up high, ball one. Lachlan Wells on the mound. The 6 week replacements out of Australia. If you give him a look, it's definitely fits the stereotype of an Aussie. Is that misses outside and it's 2-0. Kim Ji Tan, 270 on the season. Wells, just the one start, only pitched 3 innings, only threw about 60 pitches. I assume he's going to be able to throw about 80 pitches here. So maybe hoping to get through the 5th inning is that's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Does 4 pitches, mainly his fastball, again from the left side, 53% of the time he's going to throw his four seam is that just misses outside and it's 3-1. From there, change up 26% of the time, and a slider 11% of the time. Also throws a curveball through that about 9% of the time. Again, he's only pitched one game, so his pitch selection will be a choice. As Lachlan he tries to throw to first, but nobody is over at first, and Kim Ji Chan is going to have himself a leadoff bunt single. As Wells was quick off the mound to get the ball, but MGO over there at first was also charging and didn't get back to his position over at first. Lachlan turned to throw, but anyway, you've got a runner on first now with plenty of speed, and I have to imagine that he is going to be off as Kim Sung Yoon looks at strike one at the top of the zone, and it's on 1. I don't. That's the guy that tried to fight Ponce. Maybe he was going to try to fight Ponce again, going up the street to Incheon. As that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 now. Imagine he will be off on this pitch. What's up, Mary Kate? And that's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Underhand toss, throw to first, but in time. Didn't think he was going to be able to turn it, but he was, and that's 2 away. The both the top 2 runners in this lineup are very difficult to run out or to double up because they just move so fast. Not a quick toss by the second baseman, but the shortstop, great throw as that misses outside, and it's 1-0 to everybody's favorite Pampers. Pampers Princess, ladies and gentlemen. And the 1-0 pitch just catches the outside bottom corner, 1-0, and as he files his grievances with the umpire who doesn't make the call. And here comes the 1-1 pitch, sets up on the outside and misses badly over the middle, but that is going to be to the Iju Young, the center fielder, not the DH, and that is 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of thy first. Nothing. Oh, got the leadoff single, but the 4-6-3 double play, and then the fly out to center field ends that inning. And well, I guess we'll go to the bottom. See, what bothers me about if anybody's watching is they have him in away uniform, but Kiwoom is home. Why do they have his picture of him in an away uniform? We'll never ever understand how you can be that lazy. So Lee Sung Hyun out on the mound, 488 ERA, 13 games. He took some time off. He's come back. He's has pitched much better since he came back. In the month of June, a 240 ERA, three starts, 2-0 in those starts. He did not win his last start. It wasn't as great as he only pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, but better than the green uniform? I think not. They haven't worn this uniform yet, which is their best like regular uniform. All right, the Son Sung Moon. Yeah. All right, Son Sung Moon looks at the first pitch and it's in there for a strike and it's on 1. Son Sung Moon having himself quite the day or quite the second half of the season. Not second half, but the last couple months is that is going to be a hit by pitch into the old shoulder. And they'll also have their first base runner on. Curveball forgot to curve. So both teams now with their leadoff hitters on base. We'll see if Im Ji Yeol grounds into a double play to match Kim Sung Yoon. As first pitch, he's off. The throw nowhere near in time. In fact, it goes to center field. And that's what I thought they would do with Kim Ji Chan, but for some reason, they decided to have one of the fastest guys in the lead not steal. Son Sung Moon barely even got his sliding mitts on before he, he took off. Over jump. Over Kong Min Ho. And overall, yeah. Because Jun Junu is a good captain. Kong Min Ho is a good captain. $34 straight stolen bases. Yeah, now that is going to be a single into left field. Gu Hook will come up throwing, but they'll hold up Song Sung Moon at third, and he will be in. He'll be on third base. Im Ji Yeol will be hanging out with Diaz over at first, and they've got runners on the corner with nobody outs. I think it would have been close though. All right, that brings up Lee Ju Hyung, number 2 Lee Ju Hyung. There are 2 Lee Ju Hyungs in the lineup. This is the center fielder. The other one is I actually originally put their numbers in there. This is number 2, but they play different position. The one is an infielder, one's an outfielder. Yeah, as that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop, nice play to the second baseman, and not in time though, and that is going to be an RBI, a 6-4 groundouts, and Kiwoom quickly takes the 1-0 lead. But Lee Hyung moves a little bit too well and is able to beat out the double play throw. A great move over there at short by Hyun, but just not going to be able to get him. All right, Lee Hyung over at first base. Ju Sung Won in the batter's box now. Ju Sung Won, 313 on the season. And every time I stream a Kiwoom game, I have to learn all these new players. As nope, the throwback over to first is I imagine he is also going to be attempting to steal. And the curveball misses way outside, and it's 1-0. 6 pitches, already given up a hit by pitch, a walk. Sorry, a hit by pitch, and a single. What's up, Padge? Not too shabby. Just enjoying not being outside. Stone Garrett in the on deck circle. First look at him for me, at least, as here comes the 2-0 pitch and misses outside, and it's 3-0. Oh man, it's miserable. Chaylon. And another stolen base. I think they might have gotten him though. Yeah, the summers here in Korea are awful. 근데 거포 정두성. 근데 키아팬이에요. 근데 다른 팀. Oh man, it's so brutal. Definitely was a strike, so we'll at least throw that. Oof. I don't know if you can overturn that. Again, the second baseman, Yang Do-gun, way out in front of the bag to receive that instead of, again, he should be receiving that ball with basically his left foot next to, right next to the bag, in between the second and third is where his left foot should be, but he is about a foot in front of the bag, just where his left foot is, which is his trail foot. So that is going to be a stolen base. Second stolen base on the day for Kiwoom already. In fundamentals. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch now. Pitch number 10 from Lee Sung Hyun, and that misses outside, and the stolen base doesn't matter anymore. Thank you. Keep up, team. Mongo. All right, now runners on first and second with still just one out for the man, the myth, the legend, Stone Garrett. Yesterday with a big grand slam, average up to 159 on the season now. Again, he's a 6 week replacement for Catarina's. Apparently, he loves hitting in green and gold. 안녕하세요. And that misses low. Ball one, 1-0. 7 for 14 on the season. Does have a robust 208 on base percentage. So at least he's on base more than Mendoza. And the 1-0, that's going to be a liner over the head of the second base or the shortstop. He's going to round third and come on home as that's going to be an RBI single. And just like that, Kiwoom is now up 2-0. Just move the line up. Move the line up, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to bring up the other Lee Ju-hyung. This Lee Ju-hyung DH and normally a infielder. So, and number 58 if you are scoring at home. And the curveball misses, doesn't quite curve enough, and it's 1-0. Nope. I don't care. Whatever team you people pick is what I do. I always wear the home uniform. So today, wearing a Kiwoom uniform since Kiwoom is home. As that is fouled out all the way, and it's 1-1. Lee Ju-hyung hitting 0 on the year, just because he's only had one at bat. And the 1-1 is swing and a miss at a pitch at the top of the zone, and it's 1-2. 134 on that pitch. And that is ripped into the gap there. Gonna drop down. Another run is gonna score. Stone Garrett is gonna move over to third base. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the game is getting quickly out of hand. And they are just picking up where they left off yesterday as Stone Garrett moves over to third base. Out there. Oh, that's fine. Man. Yes, Lee Ju-hyung just RBI'd Lee Ju-hyung. Jun Saw now steps in, trying to keep up with everything. And that's a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 17 pitches now for Lee Sung-hyun, and he has found himself down 3-0 already. Samsung in danger of falling to 500 if they don't somehow learn how to hit away from home. 0-2 now, and that's a very bad swing on a pitch way off of the plates. Again, just 1 out. All 72 Kiwoom fans in attendance today. And the 0-2 is fouled away, and it stays 0-2. Not a good weekend to be a Samsung fan, Padge. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside, but it's up and he doesn't chase it, and it's 1-2. Yeah, and here we go. 236 on the season for the shortstop, and the time is gone. Yeah, it's still early. You still got Kiwoom's bullpen, and I still think Lachlan Wells can only throw maybe 80 pitches today, just because he's still building up his longevity. I guess is I don't, building up his arm, but it helps with 3 runs in the first inning. That is for sure. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, this time actually on the outside part of the plate, and he swings and misses, and that'll be one away on two away on the strikeouts. Bringing up the number 8 hitter, Kim Gun-hee, the catcher. Yeah, if they score 7 in the first, you might as well turn it off, take a nap, come back to watch some of the later games. And here we go. And a swing and a miss at a pitch that broke way down below the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Padge, where are you watching from? 212 on this season for the catcher, not having a quality year. Again, this whole team is really, really young. As that misses outside, 1-1. This is a team that is trying to, I guess, build for their future. They are without a doubt the worst team in the league. It's not even close. But in a couple years, they should be sitting pretty well, as that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop coming in, grabs it and throws, and just barely gets him. Interesting there is the third baseman was cutting in front of the shortstop and suddenly stopped. So then the shortstop had to stop, and he ended up fielding it flat-footed. And we're gonna have another replay. The runner Kim Gun-hee said he was safe, but the first base coach was like, no, no, no. But here we go. We're gonna have a replay anyway to see what happened. Just out because he dumped. He jumped at first, and that caused him to be out. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end of the first. We'll go to the second. It's 3-0 Eagle. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to somebody else the other day. They were saying that they just always pick against Kiwoom, and I'm like, that's not a good idea. Kiwoom is actually a very dangerous team because they are so young, and a lot of their players are getting kind of ready, kind of getting used to it. So they're going to continue to improve uh, throughout most of the season. 25 pitches there for Lee Sung-yeon. Not the start that they were looking for. All right. right, we're back. Lachlan Wells still out there on the mound, obviously. 11 pitches in that first inning. He will get to face the home run leader of the league in Diaz. Why is that not going away? There we go. Diaz 292 on of the season, and the first pitch in there for strike, and it's 0-1. And a lot of these teams are a lot of these teams are, I want to say, if you've noticed, a lot of these teams are picking up Australians as their temporary replacements. There's a couple reasons for that. One is that as Diaz fouls that away. One is the Australian League isn't going on right now, so a lot of these guys aren't, they're playing, keeping in baseball shape and stuff. The Australian League is having a lot of issues in terms of a lot of teams are basically disbanding from the Australian Baseball League as Diaz is able to foul that one away and it stays 1-2. But also next year, all the teams are allowed to, I believe, sign one pitcher and one position player from the Asian leagues, which includes Australia, as that's shots right at the second baseman, picks it up, throws over, and that's one away. So a lot of these teams, I believe, what they're doing is basically having some tryouts for possible players next year. Jun Byung-woo will step in now. And the first pitch pops that one up. A first baseman in foul territory under it. And that's quickly 2 away. Lee Sung-gyu will stride to the plates now, hitting a robust 180 on the season. Samsung is a team built to play at home. They are a strikeouts team with lots of homers, but they play incredibly poorly on the road. As that catches the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Last year, nothing you could say or do or show would ever change my opinion, but last year the ball was juiced. Samsung was able to take big advantage of that, and this year they've returned, I want to say, to the 2019 to 2023 baseball, and because of that, offense is down across the league. And yeah, I mean, some of these teams that are built for pitching, like Hanwha or LG, those teams that are built for pitching as he hits them, are going to be much better versus teams that are built purely on offense. Again, Samsung was supposed to have a great starting rotation. I was not sold on it. The reason why I was not sold on it is I don't think Reyes should have been brought back. The numbers I saw didn't make him seem like a great pitcher last year, as that is a strike on the outside corner. I don't know if this works. Thank you, Wit. What? Why won't it let me do anything? Oh, thank you, Wit. It won't let me do anything. As fouled away, and it's 0-2. But again, these teams like Samsung, who are built for offense, they said they went out. They were often picked as that's diving stop by the shortstop, not able to get it. Lee Sung-gyu is running hard, and the throw in is not a good throw as it goes off the second baseman's glove. And now Samsung's got runners on the corner after their first hit of the day there. And Lackland Wells is running into some issues. Sorry, not their first hit. That's their second. Thank you. Thank you. Where are you watching from? But they went out and signed Chewan Tae, who I did not think was a great starter. He was not being pursued by anybody, but he signed a big contract with Samsung, as that is outside and ball one. South Carolina. Well, oh, welcome, welcome. I am a Missourian myself. All righty, here we go. The 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. So they're obviously they signed Reyes and Cuevas, the two pitchers that I cannot believe the teams brought back. KT brought back Cuevas, and Samsung brought back Reyes. Both of those guys they brought back. I didn't think that they were guys that should have been brought back, as that is turned on and crushed. But hooking foul as it slams against the gray background back there in foul territory, and it's 1-2. They brought back Reyes and KT brought back Cuevas. Both of them were purely based on their playoffs, not their regular season. Bad moves by them. Cuevas is still hanging around. I don't know how much they are hanging around. I am not a big MLB guy because because of the time difference. I live in Korea, so the time difference is really difficult for me. I'm actually working a lot of the times whenever MLB is going, so it's difficult for me. All right, the 1-2 pitch and sets up on the outside, a swing and a miss there, and that's is going to be the first strikeout of the day for Lackland Wells as he ends the inning. They strand two. We'll go to the bottom of the seconds. Badge. They just keep getting your hopes up, stepping on it, crushing it. But yeah, I used to watch the MLB whenever I worked. I'm 네, 오늘 경기. 근데 일요일 경기. 근데 항상 아, 일요일에 키움 홈 경기 있으면 근데 오후 2시에 시작해요. 그래서 다음 주 한화 대 키움 2시에 시작해요. Oh, South Carolina. Does that mean you're a Braves fan too, Wits? All right, coming up now, the number 9 hitter is Jun Tae-hyun, 231 on the season. No, they will have a 9-1-2 coming up. Patch and Witt can hang out with the Braves. All righty, here we go. The 231 hitting second baseman that looks at ball one on the outside. And it's 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch in the low, and it's 1-1 now. Sorry, 2-1. I hit the wrong button. There we go. So 27 hits on the season, 117 at bats. Again, this team, Kiwoom, is going to have lots of fresh young guys in and out of the lineups. as he looks at the ball three that just misses below the zone, and it's 3-0. Lee Seung-hyun isn't a strikeout guy. He throws his fastball, but it's only 140 from the left side as that misses on the inside. And just like that, he walks the leadoff batter and they'll flip the lineup back over. I mean, so basically I would say like the professionals that I've talked to, they say the KBO is basically a double A points five league. Song Sung Moon stepping in and is the captain, oh captain, hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored a run in his first inning. No, a 1-for-1 on the day. Very much. And that is in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. Kiwoom was a very good team for a long time, but the recent seasons they've been in last. They are the youngest team. They have the smallest coaching staff. They have the smallest fan base, but they have the most expensive tickets. Samsung has been around forever, as that is checks over at first. Samsung, one of the original teams in the league. Uh, in my view, there's only two original teams left. That's Samsung and Lotte. I know that Kiwoom and Doosan and LG are all original teams. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. But those teams have changed owners. Again, Kia used to be Haete. LG used to be MBC. Doosan actually used to be here in Daejeon when they were the OB Bears originally. As it checks over at first again. But 10 teams, each team plays 16 games against the other teams throughout the year, 144 game season. No Monday games, only Tuesday through Sunday. As he waits on that, that's going to be a ground ball at third baseman, throws it to seconds, but he is not going to be able to make the throw to first, and that will be a 5-4 groundouts and one away. But yeah, I mean, it expanded. KT Wiz is the newest team. They first year was 2015 for them. Before that was NC. I think 2011 was 2012 was their first year. As we've got a mound visit here, and already we are going to have a pitching change, ladies and gentlemen. 1.1 innings for the lefty, and that's it. That will be it for him. We'll have our first pitching change of the day already. And I actually, grab my papers. So normally I write a ton of stuff about all the players. Usually this is all filled out too. But with like recent games. But Lee Seung-hyun, I didn't hardly write anything because I'm like, he is not going to last. Lachlan Wells doesn't actually have anything. So I just put his his pitch selection. So this is my fourth year. Obviously just doing KBO. I actually did it. I started it. 네, 한국말 해요. 근데 제가 읽을 수 있어요. 근데 한국어로 입력하면 근데 제가 한국어로 대답해요. So yeah, I mean, 2 years on Africa TV, which is now Soup, and then here on YouTube, this is my second year. Coming out onto the mound is Yang Chang-suk. Ba, ba, ba. Yang Chang-suk out on the mound. Bringing in the righty now. Still waiting for them to throw up his stats. Did pitch an inning yesterday, is what they just said. Oh, I don't know if this was designed. They had him warming up already in the bullpen, so it wasn't like a a crash thing. 네, 제가 영어 방송해요. 그래서 김혜성. 근데 김혜성 투수 못해요. As they check over on first base. 근데 어떤 어떤 선수 올해 어떤 선수 계약했어요. 근데 투수하고 야수도, as that has popped up first baseman under it, and he makes the catch as Diaz retires him. No, 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 no. All right, that's going to bring up Iju Hyung. 2 outs now. Kiwi, do you know who I'm talking about? All right, Iju Hyung steps in. He has 6-4 ground out in his first at bats. 근데 샘성 타격 실력 정말 좋아하는데 근데 투수 실력 잘 못해요. 선발 투수 없어요. I don't know who it was. He just signed, I thought, an international free agent. I don't remember by who. But yeah, he's maybe he's just a high schooler now. Nah. Yeah. The Rangers. As that misses way up high, and it's 2-0. Lee Ju Hyung, 6-4 ground out, an RBI. Stole a base, scored a run as that first inning saw Kiwoom put up 3 real quick. Yeah, because Samsung, obviously, Samsung. Kiwoom is that is going to be a squibbler, but it's going to get foul. LG, those are the owners of the team. 대체 선수예요. 근데 아이고 로젠버그 부상해서 웰즈 왔어요. 그래서 대체 선수예요. 근데 호주 사람이에요. But yeah, so teams aren't owned by individual people except for Kiwoom. Kiwoom is the only team that is owned by an individual person. Sungjun Kim Sungjun. And the 2-1 is popped up, given chase in foul territory, but just gets out of play, and it's 2-2. So Kiwoom is the only team that it just has a naming rights. Like in the U.S., you'd have your Trust Stadium or whatever. 네, 맞아요. 근데 내년 아시아 야구 대체 야구 단체 올 수 있어요. 모든 팀 투수 1명, 근데 야수 1명 계약할 수 있어요. 그래서 올해 해봐요. 근데 어떤 야구 트라이아웃처럼이에요. But like Samsung, they own the team. It's the same with soccer and stuff like that. Then obviously you have a ton of sponsors. As that's through the right side, and he is on base for the second time. The first time with a hit though, and Kiwoom's got runners on first and seconds with 2 outs. Yeah. Then so Kiwoom has the naming rights to the team. They just took over the naming rights. I want to say 3 or 4. All right. Thank you, Pudge. I'll see you next weekend. I'll be back. Votes. If you vote on the polls on my page, then you can determine which teams I'm actually going to stream. Is that's filed away? No, no, no. Not a lot of Kiwoom fans. Kiwoom has the lowest fanhood in the league without a question. But this stadium only holds 16,000. I think 16,800 or something like that. As that is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop over to his right, throws to first in time. And that will end the inning. They leave another 2 on. They've left 4 on. We'll go to the 3rd inning. It's 3-0 Kiel. 네, 키움 팬 없어요. 있는데 근데 KBO 중 제거? 제거예요? 아니요. 예, 고척 스카이돔 너무 비싸요. 그 티켓은 너무 비싸요. 그린 구역 구역 근처에 아파트 없어요. So Kiwoom plays in the dome. It's the only one. And the location is Guilyok. But around that area, there's really nothing. So it's not like going to the stadium it's really kind of out of the way. Yes, you can take the subway, but like there's nothing to do after the game. And the stadium is owned by the city. So Kiwoom rents it. So their prices for their tickets are very, very expensive. The most Hanwha's tickets may be more expensive now, but I know that every game I've gone to, Kiwoom had the most expensive tickets in the league, and it wasn't particularly close either. Yeah, you say that, but you will have the same commercials. You'll see they have the uh probably not. The next guy that will make it to the MLB is that is in there for a strike, as we got the number 9 hitter for Samsung up. But Yang Do-gun throws it right back to the pitcher, who throws a strike, and it's 1 away. The next pitcher that will go to the KB or will make the trip to the MLB is going to be Kiwoom's starter, who not the one on today. Yeah, it'll be his name is Anu Jin. Right now, he's doing his military service. So once he finishes military service in September, he'll come back, and then he'll probably in a year go to the MLB. As that is in there for a strike to Kim Ji Chan. Kim Ji Chan bunts single in his first at bats, 1 for 1 on the day, but he was erased on a 4-6-3 double play by Kim Sung Yoon. And the 1-0-1 pitch held up, looks like, as that. So, Wits, I'm going to ask you some questions here. What do you think about the umpiring in the MLB? As the 1-1 misses up high, 2-1. And that's going to be up the middle. So not going to be anywhere near being able to get him out, as he is in there for an infield single. Second. So do you think robot umpires is a good idea? Kim Ji-chan with his second infield hits is up the middle, but there was a zero chance that you're going to throw him out. He is just way, way too fast. And check over on him as it hits him almost in the head. And but he's back in safely. Kim Sung-yoon 0 for 1 on the day, 4-6-3 ground outs into a double play in his first at bats. And he pops that one up. Left fielder Stone Garrett under it, and that's 2 away. So now, what if I were to tell you, Wits, that the KBO actually has robot umpires? The umpires have a microphone in their ear, have a speaker in their ear that tells them if it's a ball or a strike. All right, here we go. The first pitch to Gu Jahook, a high fastball, and that's a swing and a miss, 0-1. Robot umpires are the best, zero question. Yeah, so they got it. They actually got information from the AAA on doing the whole robot umpire stuff. So yeah, they oops, wrong side. The all the strikes and balls are called by a I believe TrackMan data or whatever. Whoa, Wits. Thank you. Thank you, sir. As that is fouled away, and it's 1-2. Wit, I think you hit the wrong number in there, buddy. Can't wait for the check swing our reviews next year. And I can't do anything because thank you, man. As that is thrown up to Stone Garrett in left field as he glides under it, and they'll leave another one on base. That's 3 now. That's they left on base. Flash the lights. I think I got it. I don't have it anymore. We can do this. That's what I need. Wits theme song. All right, we've got to the bottom of the inning coming up. We'll have they'll have the looks like 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for Kiwoom as they try their best to add to their lead. Again, Kiwoom's bullpen is so bad that you have to always worry about any sort of lead that they could possibly have. Oh. But Lachlan Wells pitching well so far today. He's given up some. He's had base runners in every inning. He's given up an infield single in the first, a hit by pitch, and a single in the second, and then a single there in the third. But they haven't particularly hit the ball hard against him, I would say. But and the important thing, he's only sitting at 38 pitches now. He's working quickly. All right, a nice view there of the dusty wires that go Chuck above the speakers. Normally, they like to show the crowd, or not the crowd, but the outside the stadium, as Stone Garrett's isn't able to get the donut off the end of the bats. And there we go. It's pretty cheap actually. And one of the cool things about going to games is Stone Garrett's. And did he break his bat? He's looking at his bat. He feels like he might have broke it there, but Stone Garrett's a 1 for 1 on the day. So uh, beer is you can go to like the Pyeongchang, which is like a 7-Eleven, like a convenience store, quick trip thing. You get 4 tall boys for about $9.50, $9, $10, something like that. Is that's a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. But the cool thing about the KBO is you can take beer into the stadium. Like if you want, you can buy what is called a pitcher. It's a 1 liter bottle, plastic bottle of whatever beer you want, and you take it into the stadium. You can take pizzas into the stadium. You can take whatever you want into the stadium as long as it's not hard alcohol. As the 0-2 is catches him looking as he just catches the outside corner, and it's 1 away. Beautiful pitch there to freeze him, and that brings up Iju Hyung. No, never. I remember, so the last time I was back in the States, I went back in 2017, and I went to 2 Royals games, Baltimore versus Kansas City, and then I went to a St. Louis versus Boston game. And all I could remember is how quiet it was and how expensive everything was. Like in Korea, you don't pay for parking anywhere, as the 0-1 is in the dirt and it's 1-1. Yeah, I went to see Kim Hyun Soo, but he ended up not playing in those 2 games. And then obviously I went to see the Cardinals, but Osun Won was playing at the time, but he didn't come out because Boston ended up winning that game. Oh yeah, man. When I lived in Colorado, I used to love going down to the ballpark. I didn't go too often because I lived up in the mountains, but yeah, heading down to Coors Field, to Rockies Stadium. But yeah, when I went, man, the ticket prices were so expensive. As the 1-2 is low. Ball 1, ball 2. I remember. No, that would be a Korean guy or a Japanese guy. I remember my ticket in the 4th deck was like $40 for the Royals game, as that's going to be a single into left field, and he is on base for the 2nd time today. 2 hits on the season for him now. Both of them have come here in this game. Better change your all-star voting, ladies and gentlemen. He is hitting 667 to end the month of June. Yeah, I never even once went to my seats in either game I went to in for the Royals game, because I just stood out late. I just stood out there on the concourse to watch, because that's going to be a line single over the second baseman. He is going to round to second, head to third, and in there, as All Jun Seo has himself a single on the day. That's another hit. We've got runners on first and third now for Kiwoom, as the number 8 hitter, Kim Gun-hee, is going to step up to the plates. They are just singling around all the players. Excellent base running first to third on the clean single over the second baseman's head. Rounded second, didn't even think about it. Head first slide, and it is getting quite ridiculous here in the dome. Excellent base running. Again, these guys are young. A lot of them. So the guy that just hit that, we'll check his age real quick. All June Saul is 18. He'll be 19 in November. The guy currently standing on third base is 22. He'll be 23 next week. As that's Mrs. Lowe and outside 1-0. When was All June Saul drafted? What round was he drafted in? I didn't realize he was only 18. Third round, 21st picked is that is a swing and a miss there. And it's 1-1. Kim Go Hee is also not very old. He is older. No, he is 20. He'll be 22. Or sorry, he'll be 21 in November also. There is college baseball, as the 1-1 is a swing and a miss there, 1-2. It's not as common. The best players go straight out of high school. But then after 4 years, they would have the college draft. The difference is your free agency. I believe it's 7 years if you are straight out of high school, or 6 years if you went to college and were drafted out of college. So most of the best players are drafted straight out of high school. There are occasionally ones that will be drafted out of college. But yeah, I mean, a lot of 18, 19-year-old players, a lot of teams under 20-year-old players on their teams, as that's fouled away and it stays 1-2. I don't know the whole draft process because they've changed it. They used to have two drafts, well, actually three. They used to have a first draft where teams were only allowed to pick from their province. So, like, uh, that's why Seoul had such good players for such a long time, because everybody went to Seoul to the high schools. Is that's going to be a ground ball bobbled by the shortstop? He'll make the throw to seconds, but's not going to get him at first, and that is going to be a 6-4 ground out. Should be an error, but they got an out, so it won't be. As EJ Hyun bobbled that over at second base, or over at short, and because of the bobble, they were not able to get Kim Go Hee over at first base. And just like that, Kiwoom takes a 4-0 lead. Bobbled it not once, but twice. Should have been out of the inning with the double play, but instead a run scores, make it at 4-0. And the first pitch to Jun Tae Hyun pops up. He bobbles it off of his glove, hits the tip of his glove, and then picks it up and underhand tosses. He knows he messed up there. And here we go, the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop jumps, throws, but it's not in time at seconds, and that will be an infield single. As now they've got runners on first and seconds. And flipping the lineup back over to Son Sung Moon. Samsung, actually one of the best defensive teams in the league. I believe they are leading the league in defense. Oh, as far as teams go in the league, double check I believe they are first. Hanwha is second. Yes, Samsung 44 errors on the season. Hanwha seventh, 47. Yeah, Samsung is struggling and struggling so much that we're going to have another pitching change. We will have the third pitcher coming in on the day. How do I wish they could do this. All right. Well, we'll have another pitching change here. Son Sung Moon comes up to the bat the third time already today. That is not promising when your leadoff batter is getting his third at bat of the day in the third inning. Have Kim Gun-hee over at second base. We've got Jun Tae-hyun over at first. That'll bring up Son Sung Moon. I'm still waiting for the announcement of who is coming in to pitch. What is taking so long, KBO? We know you don't got any, you got nothing else going on. Yeah, I actually picked Samsung to finish like ninth last year. That was the only team that I missed was Samsung. And because of what they're doing this year. There we go. Lee Sung-min out on the mound for Samsung. All right, to the lefty out on the mound now. He'll face the lefty in Son Sung Moon as Samsung got beat down 9-0 yesterday. Kiwoom scored a 5 unanswered, so the best I don't think they have. Oftentimes what ends up happening is all the expert picks will come out with their top 5 is what they call it. Their strong 5. As the 1-0 check swing to the pitcher, spins, throws to first, and that will be 3 away. No, I am not the media. I am not the media. I do make my preseason picks as we'll go to the 4th inning. Kiwoom adds another one, and they strand 2 more. Now they have zero concern whatsoever with my views. They only like ex-baseball player views. Kiwi would be able to answer that. I do know in Seoul they had a big Squid Games festival or something yesterday. Yeah, the Wit, if you're on Instagram, the best thing if you really want information is to follow some of them. Yeah, is it like the first one was crazy. The first one was crazy. Then the second one was pretty big, but I think they came out with the third too soon. Because how long has the second one been out, Kiwi? Yeah, that's why when I saw that they're like, yeah, the next Squid Games 3 is starting. I'm like, wait, didn't 2 just come out? Did you ever finish season 2? Well, don't spoil anything because I still haven't finished season 1. All right, so Lachlan Wells out there again, 38 pitches. He'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Diaz leads things off. This is where things could get interesting as that's in there for a strike and it's 0-1. Have to think Wells now at this point is kind of what is he going to do? So Wells pitched on Wednesday, which means he's only got 4 days of rest. Through 53 pitches on Wednesday. So what are they going to do with him? All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch to Diaz, and that's just misses up and out, and it's 1-2. Yeah, I mean, if I as that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle, and Diaz is going to be on base with a leadoff a single. So Wit, I live a few blocks from the Hanwha Stadium. I was a Hanwha season ticket holder up until this last year. I and Up until this year, I only did Hanwha games when I streamed. So this year, I decided to just do KBO games. I renounced my Hanwha fanship, as that's a big swing and a miss there, 0-1. Since Brink is here, I'll say I'll be a Kia fan. But I don't know. I would probably have to be a KT fan, I would think, as the 1-1 coming up now. Or KT has the Kiwi's a big Hanwha fan. I don't know. I think I'll eventually have to go back to being a Hanwha fan, or maybe if NC relocates, I will become whatever NC fan. Well, you have a very good reason to be partial. As check swing, did he go around? No, he did not, and it's 3-1. Tell me that would not be amazing. Yeah, Kiwoom is, again, I keep talking about Kiwoom is a dangerous team because they're so young. As that misses, and that's going to be ball 4. And again, they've got runners on the base, runners on first and second, nobody outs now, as Lachlan Wells is running into some issues. Again, a lot of times that Sunday pitchers pitch on Tuesday, but Wells pitched on Wednesday, so he only has 4 days of rest. He threw 53 pitches on Wednesday. He's only at 47 at this point right now. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. 2 walks. So again, he gave up a bunt single to Kim Ji-chan in the first. Then in the second, a single, or a hit by pitch and a single. That was the only, I would say, clean single that they've hit. In the third, it was another infield single by Kim Ji-chan. And then there to Diaz, he was completely fooled on that slider, but was able to get enough of the bat on it to put it into center field. So the walks have really been what have hurt him. All right, here we go. Yi Sung Gyu hit by a pitch in his first at bats, and Vats is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Yeah, I don't think I could ever be a Lotte fan. I don't think I could ever be a Doosan fan. As the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. I don't think I. It'd be tough to be a Kiwoom fan. All right, the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss there, 1-2. Could be an LG fan because they used to have a Minions. Yeah. There's a reason for that. As the 1-2 swing and a miss at the top of the zone, and a big strikeout there. Second strikeout of the game for Wells, as he gets his first out of the inning. I'm friends with one of the main camera guys for one of the broadcasts, and yeah, there's a hierarchy of who is on camera. Number 1 is attractive females. That is the number 1, no question. Number 2 is babies. Number 3 is dancing grandmas, and Then there's foreigners. All right. Da 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 da. And that misses up and out, and it's 2-0. Yeah, Brink, you have to be a Austin Dean fan. I mean, not just because of his baseball, but because he, was a Cardinal. And the 2-0 pitch sets up on the outside, a swing and a miss as he misses his spot, but it's down in the zone, and it's a 2-1 now. Yeah, Kiwi's on TV all the time. Yeah, like they seem like they're enjoying Korea, that they've taken to it, enjoying it. They're not here as a stepping stone. And the 2-1 pitch sets up on the inside and misses outside of badly, and it's 3-1. Huh? Kim Jae-sung? 네. 감사합니다. 제 생각엔 이상해. 네. Uh, I mean, there's more I want to say is that runs the count full. That's our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. First full count of the day. And that is lifted into the air. Center fielder given chase, and it's off of his glove. Hits into the wall. Diaz will come around to score, and that's will cut the lead 4-1 on the RBI double by E.J. Hyun. Runners on the corners now is the very first full count we have. Almost clears the bases and makes it a one-run game, but just a little short. And that's going to bring up Kim Jae-sung. The average home run, I would say 2 or 3, maybe 2. As 이민서, 근데 이제 강민호 데이터이에요. Just as I changed it, thanks to Imunso. But now Kang Min Ho steps in. First pitch is lifted into the air. Center fielder under it. And we'll have a tag up. That will bring home another run. And just like that, it is 2. All right, so that's going to bring up Yang Do-gun. EJ Hyun is still over on second base. He did not tie up or tie up. And first pitch is lifted up into the air. Center fielder under that one, and that will be 3 away. They get 2 runs on a single, a walk, and a double. And then a sacrifice will go to the bottom of the 4th. I don't know. I don't think you're in trouble. Big inning there for Samsung as they have cut the lead down in half. Biggie. They finally get a hit with a runner on in scoring position. Lachlan Wells now sitting at how many pitches? 59 pitches. 21 pitches that inning. All right, we're back. Isan still out there. EGO will lead things off for Kiwoom as Kang Min Ho heads back behind the plates. And first pitch is up high, ball one. So Min came in, only threw 2 pitches in the bottom of the third. The Samsung is going to fall down to 500 if they don't do something, as that misses up high, and now it's 2-0. And fouled up, out of play, 2-2 now. So Imji a single in his first at bat off, pop up to the first baseman in his second at bats. They've had plenty of base runners each inning. They've left 6 on already. As the 2-2 is a swing and a miss, and that's out number 1. That is, nope, never mind. Second time. Lee Hyung will step up to the plate now. 1 for 2 on the day, a 6-4 RBI ground out in his first at bat, stole a base, scored a run, and then a single back in the second inning as he drops down a bunt, and it is a thing of beauty, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't even have to run it out. That is absolute beauty. Drops it down past the pitcher, second baseman playing back, and he is on base for the 3rd time today with his second single. No, that wasn't an error. That was a beautiful bunt. You will find that errors are not a common thing. Let me rephrase that. Errors are very common in the KBO, but they are not recorded as errors. Any basic, like it'll be, oh, it was hit too hard. That's not an error. It'll hit him in the glove and he'll drop it, but oh, it was hit too hard. I'm sure you'll see it if you watch more than a game or two. Ju Sung Wan 0 for 1 on the day, walked and scored a run in his first at bat, a 6-3 ground out to end the second in his second at bats. And here comes the first pitch. Nope, we're gonna check over on first base again. Again, Lee Ju Hyung stole a base back in the first inning that allowed him to come around and score. As now we're gonna have a mound visit. Already 3 pitchers now in the game for Samsung. And well, we'll have our fourth pitcher coming in. This game is going to take at least 4 hours, ladies and gentlemen. As another pitching change, the fourth pitcher of the day for Samsung. This is gonna take forever. Hour and 30 minutes in, only done with 4 innings so far. All right. See who's coming in. See who's coming in. Still not gonna tell me who's coming in. I still don't even have anybody on first. There we go. Now we've got somebody on first. Um, Wit, have you noticed that they're the same? There's basically like a 6 commercial rotation. All right. So, Yuka Sun, yup, coming in to pitch now. Oh, Yuke Sun, yup. The right-hander coming in now. Fourth pitcher of the game already. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the same commercials over and over and over. Another thing that you might not have noticed, Wits, Samsung, if you look at their uniforms, they're Under Armour. If you look at Kiwoom's uniforms, they are Nike uniforms. Each team has their own uniform sponsor. All right, so Ju Sung Wan will greet Yuk Sun. Yup. And the first pitch outside, ball one. Screen golf. I haven't played that for a while. Doesn't hold a clue. Doesn't hold a candle to screen baseball though. Yeah, there's a big swing and a miss there, and it's a 1-1. Good way to stay out of the heat, that's for sure. I still want to try screen horseback riding as the 1-1 that catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Yeah, I know there's screen golf, screen baseball, screen soccer, uh, screen horseback riding, and there's one more, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, there's also rock climbing. Oh, that is fouled right back into the massive Kong Min Ho. Takes it off, double checks that his nose is still there, and we'll have another 1-2 pitch. Yeah, I've always wanted to. Yeah, they have like a virtual. Yes, yes, horseback riding. I don't know how it works, but I really. They used to be behind my the first apartment I lived at here in Korea. Yeah, I'm sure there's others. And the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be grounded. A shortstop to his right, throws it to second, throws it to first, but not in time. And that's will be another 6-4 groundout. That'll retire Lee Ju Hyung over at first base as Ju Sung Wan will take his place. But now you've got two away. Brings up a Stone Garrett. EJ Hyun having a ton of work over there at shorts. And did not go around, so 1 0. Stone Garrett singled with an RBI in his first at bat, struck out looking in his second. A check on the replay, and he did not go around. Excellent call by the first base umpire there. All righty, here we go. The 1 0 pitch to Garrett. And that is going to be a single over the second baseman, and easily going first to third is Ju Sung Won. And Stone Garrett with another hit, his second hit of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And they've got runners, a runner 90 feet away from another run for Kiwoom, as they just continue to single their way around the base pass. First to third again. Yi Ju Hyung, the DH type, is stepping in now. 2 for 2 on the day, a single and an RBI in his first at bats, a single in his second at bats. And just misses on the inside, and it's 1 0. One 0 pitch is low there, and it's 2 0. And Lee Ju Hyung came in today hitting a 0, as he was 0 for 1 on the season. Now 2 for 3 on the season. And the 2-0 sets up way outside, and that is going to be grounded to third baseman, bobbles it, and that is going to be an error, and that's going to score a run on the E5. And another run for Kiwoom. Oops. All right, Jun Saw will step into bats now. 1 for 2 on the day, and that's catches the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Airs, 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 oh, airs, airs, airs. Fundamentals is not approved in the KBO. Leave your fundamentals in Little League. Yes, the KBO is very fundamentally unsound. Where you have Korea, like people often compare KBO and Korea or Korea and Japan baseball together, but it's very, very different. Japan is very, very, very fundamentally sound, where Korea is just not anymore. Everybody wants to hit homers and make the YouTube highlight reel plays, and because of that, they don't do fundamentals anymore. And a swing and a miss there on a pitch way down below the zone, and it's another strikeout, but they leave 2 more on base, ladies and gentlemen. They have left 8 runners on already, but they're up 5-2 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Kiwoom trying to sweep Samsung. Good Lord. More infield hits, more infield errors. Let's see. actually like crazy is Kiwoom has now had 18 at bats with runners on base. 18 at bats with runners on base already through the fourth inning. Absolutely ridiculous. And Noel's still out there, though. 59 pitches. He's going to face the top of the lineup. Kim Ji Chan leads things off. He has been an absolute terror. An infield single and a bunt single, 2 for 2 on the day. And he looks at ball one just outside 1-0. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And it just gets a piece of the inside corner, and it's 1-1. 278 on the season for Kim Ji Chan, the speedy center fielder, as he chokes up on the bats. And now that misses low, 2-1. Just a reminder for any of you that are checking out this for the first time, the KBO does not do a 7th inning stretch. They do a 5th inning stretch, as that is popped up. And shortstop will not be able to get there, and that will be 2-2. So after the end of the 5th inning, there's a long break, I believe 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes 45 seconds, where the teams, honestly, a lot of the players go and stuff they picked up from their time in the military. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside right at the waist as he grounds it to the first baseman and picks it up and steps on the bag. And they will retire him for the first time today, ladies and gentlemen. And that brings up Kim Sung-yoon, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a 4.63 double play ground out in the first, a fly out to left in the third. Now coming up for the third time in the day here in the 5th. Still hitting well over 300, probably around 348, 350 on the season. I'll let you know if they actually pop it up there. And that's misses just below the strike zone, 1-0. 351 on the season, still after his 0 for 2 today. DHing today is their normal DH, Pak Byung-ho, is injured, as that is ripped, but it gets fouled. Nope, we won't check the ball boy's skills, as they cut the camera away too quickly. And the 1-1 pitch up high, 2-1. Wells, 67 pitches now on the day for him, as he is not, I don't want to say he's pitched poorly, but not fantastic, as the 2-1 is a swing and a miss there on the high fastball. So that's what I was looking for. 145 at the top of the zone for Lachlan Wells. Kim Sung-yoon leading his team with WAR. What's up, Adonis? Maybe Kiwoom with a possible sweep, ending Samsung's June in a miserable fashion, as the 2-2 is lifted into left field. Stone Garrett under it, and that's 2 away. Where's Samantha? Wells, 69 pitches now. Gujauk steps in now, flew out to center in his first at-bats, flew out to left in his seconds. Can he fly out to right for the triple. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Lachlan Wells' wife, I assume. Yes, they just said that. Yeah, and here comes the 0-1. Way up high. 1-1. I still want to know what prompted all of the this rec specs this year, as that is in the dirt, bounces away. They won't even bother to get it. Says nobody's on base. I really wonder what's has prompted all of the rec specs wearing by players and pitchers and everything. As the 2-1 pitch fouled away, and it's 2-2. Couple years ago, it was the flow was the big thing. Uh, Lots of long hair from a lot of the players, but now all of the players are wearing rec specs. They were wearing those god awful gigantic sunglasses. Now it's rec specs. Is that is a fouled away again, and it'll stay 2-2. Kujauk not having a great season. He just started off so poorly. He is up to 274 now, just because he's hitting 338 this month, as that is up high and runs the counts full. 3-2, second full count of the day for Samsung. RBI double in the last inning by EJ Hyun on the other full counts. No other full counts in the day. Very, very surprising. As here comes the 3-2, sets up on the inside, right at the thighs, and that is way up high, but he fouls it away, and it stays 3-2. Wells trying to challenge Ponce for most tattoos in the league, I think. And the 3-2 sets up down at the knees, and that is going to be lifted into center field, but under it. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Kiwoom. And we will go to the bottom of the fifth as Lachlan Wells is probably going to be done for the day. I'm going to say, as he gets out of the inning, his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. And he did pitch on Wednesday, so you have to think that's sitting at 78, 79 pitches. What is he at? Exactly 77 pitches will be it for him. I predicted he was going to throw 80. He was able to throw 16 in that inning to give him 77 for the day. So he is in line for his first win. I think that'll be it for him. As Kiwoom will have their 8-9 one hitters coming up in the bottom of the fifth. As who knows what Samsung will do on the mound. Yuksuk Yup didn't, or Yuksun Yup threw 15 pitches in that in the fourth inning for Samsung. Only got to 2 outs, got the final 2 outs for them. So we'll see if he comes back out or if they're going to go to another pitcher for Samsung. And they've already gone through 4 pitchers. They've already used their catcher. They no longer have a catcher on the bench. So Kamino, hopefully nothing happens to him. Kiyoum, however, is still has their full bench. They haven't subbed anybody on the offensive side or defensive side or on the mound. And the first pitch is outside, ball one to Kim Gun-hee. Having himself a banana so he doesn't cramp. And that misses low, 2-0. Everybody knows monkeys never cramp. And the 2-0 is popped up, but we'll get out of play, and it's 2-1. Kim Gun-hee, a 6-4 RBI ground out in his last at bats, a 6-3 ground out in his first, 0 for 2 on the day. Average down to 209 for the backstop. And that is going to be into the gap. Kim Ji-chan giving chase, but it's going to one hop into the wall, and he is going to be on base with a leadoff double. Thank you, Adonis. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Jun Tae-hyun. Wow, they did not give him an error on that? No way. So I don't know if you're still watching Wits, as the 2-0 is, or the first pitch is a swung and miss. The ground ball, the hard hit ground ball to the third baseman, and I was like, oh, that's an E5. They did not give that player an error. As here comes the 0-1 pitch and lays off of it, but he should have swung because it's 0-2 now. 1 for 1 on the day for Jun Tae-hyun. Walked in his first at bat to lead off the second inning, and then singled back in the third. And the 0-2 is missed way up high. 1-2. Ground ball right to the third baseman. He bobbles it, so not able to get an out. And but yes, they give him a single. And the 1-2 is going to be a single, and that's going to move the runner up a base, and he is on base for the third time. And now they've got runners on the corner with nobody outs. For the top of the lineup, Song Sung Moon is stepping in again. Coming up for the 4th time today, just in the 5th inning. As they have just done nothing but hit singles and doubles. Off the handle of the bats, but just spins out there. All right, Song Sung Moon 0 for 2 on the day. Did hit by a pitch. That is crushed. Going at the wall. Goodbye, baseball. And that makes it 8-2. Goodbye, baseball. I don't have a favorite team. Just KBO. All teams. All teams. As Vats is outside, ball one. Kim Ji-yeol 1 for 3 on the day. He singled in his first at bats. A swing and a miss there, and that's 1-1 now. Song Sung Moon doing some absolute damage in this series. And the 1-1 misses up high. 2-1. Good Lord. Two home runs yesterday, 1 home run on Friday. Here's a look at his last his last 5 games, ladies and gentlemen. 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. 1 for 4. 3 for 6 with a run scored and 3 RBIs. 2 for 4 with a run scored, a home run, and 3 RBIs. 5 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 2 home runs, and 2 RBIs. As that's going to be a ground ball right to Diaz. Picks it up, steps on the bag, and that's 1 away. $115 Kiwi, because he hit it 38 degrees. That's what I was worrying about, is did he get too far under it? Thank you. It's my collection over the years, my 11, 12 years following the KBO, is low, ball 1. Yi Ju Hyung, a 2 for 3 on the day. A 6-4 RBI ground out, stolen base, run scored in the first, a single in the second, and a bunt single in the third and the fourth. Swing and a miss there, and it's 1-1. As that is in there for a strike. I don't know what Kiwoom's stadium is. I don't know how far it is to the wall. And the 1-2 is in the dirt. 2-2. $99 to right, $99 to left. Versus Incheon SSG. Landers is 95 to right, or to left, as that is lifted up into the air. Center field, second baseman under it, and that will be 2 away. So right center is 115, but the wall in SSG and Moonhawk or Incheon is the issue for them is the wall is 9 feet high, versus here in Kiwoom it's 12 feet high. As that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher, throws to first, and that will be 3 away. But Kiwoom gets another 3 on the 3-run shots by the captain. We'll take a little bit of a break. Remember, it takes about 3 minutes for the game to come back. I'll see you guys in just a few. All right, so we are back. Wells is done. Kim Sung Gi out on the mound, and now for uh, Kim Sung Gi replaces Wells. Wells in line, comfortably in line for his first ever win in the KBO. Oh, Diaz will lead things off for Samsung. All right. So hopefully everybody got a nice little break there. All righty. Diaz, the first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And that misses up high, 1-1. Oh, Diaz 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in his last at bats, has scored a run, and a 4-3 groundout. And here comes the 1-1 is fouled away, and it's 1-2. Right. So the 1-2 pitch just sets up at the knees and he fouls that one away again, and it stays 1-2. Diaz, always a dangerous pitch or guy. 27 home runs already this year. He had 7 last year in 29 games, 27 this year in 78 games. And the 1-2 pitch goes down, but fouls that away, and it stays 1-2. Diaz definitely has some massive home and away splits. 23 of his 27 home runs have come at home, 4 on the road. Does have 2 here in against Kiwoom though. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Gets under that a little bit too much. Left fielder coming under it, and that's a 1 away. Stop. I love it. The Korean announcers. Stop. I feel weird saying just the names of the shortened like Wells. I want to say Lackland Wells, and Stone. I want to say Stone Garrett's just because Stone is so short. And this is looks like no, he has struggled in the dome already this year. All right, Jun Byung-woo will come up to bat. Nope, we'll have a pinch hitter. Yuji Hyuk will take over as the pinch hitter instead. And the first pitch is way up high, ball 1. So Yuji Hyuk, a 289 on this season. For the utility infielder, he'll play some second, he'll play some third, he'll play some first. And the 1-0 is low, ball 2. Oftentimes, he'll go to second, and then Yang Do-gun will go over to third. We'll see what happens here if Yuji Yuka stays over at third or moves to second. As here comes the 2-0 pitch, up high, 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch just misses inside, and he walks him on 4 straight pitches. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. They've got a base runner. They only need, technically, they only need 5 more. And we'll have another pinch hitter here. So Kim Tae-hoon will pinch hit now for Lee Sung-gyu. And that is way outside, ball one. Apparently, Samsung is making sure that everybody gets to play today. Thank you, whoever's doing that. Oh, Kim Tae-hoon hitting a 225 on the season, does have 1 home run. But a lot of these home run totals for Samsung are inflated badly with their home ballpark. The easiest stadium in the league to hit home runs in by far. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch. Maybe. Nice golden elbow guard, a golden shin guard on the hitter. Golden glove says that is ripped. That is going to one hop into the wall, and he should go easily first to third. And he will be on base with a double. And two straight pinch hitters reaching bases for Samsung as they've got runners on second and third with 1 out. Yuji Hook hustles over to third base. Kim Tae-hoon cruises into second. Now that's going to bring up the number 7 hitter, EJ Hyun. As that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. EJ Hyun, 2 for 2 on the day, a singled in his first at bat, an RBI double in his seconds. As the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside just off the plates. And it hits just off the plate. The pitcher wanted that as a strike, but well, you threw it off the plates. Readjust his pitch puts his hat back on, and we'll do this whole pitching thing again. And the 1-1 it goes down, lifts it up into center field. That just should tag him up to score. They will tag to go to, and they stop and go back to second base. So the sacrifice fly to the center fielder will score Yuji Huck from third base, and that gives Samsung a 5-run deficit. But 2 outs now for the number 8 hitter, Kang Min Ho. And Kang Min Ho looks at strike one on the outside corner, 0-1. Kang Min Ho 0 for 0 on the day. Sacrifice fly on his pinch hits. They've had 3 pinch hitters today. All of them have been successful. And the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside. And misses, and it's 1-1. Pinch hit for Kim Jae Sung back in the fourth inning. Sacrifice fly to center field. Scored Diaz, getting his second plate appearance on the day. Yeah, on the 1-1 pitch, runs inside at 2-1. And a swing and a miss on a beautiful pitch on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. This is their chance. They've got to get another run here and chip away at that lead. Again, Samsung already 4 pitchers in on this game as here comes the 2-2 pitch, sets up on the outside. And in the dirt, so runs the count full. Third full count of the day for Samsung. RBI double in the first from EJ Hyun. The second one was a fly out to center field just last inning. One full count in the fourth, one full count in the fifth, and one full count here in the sixth. As the 3-2 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees and misses outside or in low. Oh, misses low. And that'll walk them, and that will put runners on first and seconds with 2 outs for Yang Do-gun. Dripping in sweat out there on the mound. They must not have turned on the air conditioning in the dome. As here we go. The first pitch runs inside, ball one. Yang Do-gun averaged down to 299 on the season. 1-3 ground out in his first at bat and a fly out to center in his second as he chokes up way up on the bats. And the 1-0 runs inside, almost hits him on the foot, and it's 2-0. This is what I talked about. The Kiwoom bullpen is the definition of not good. The 6.24 ERA for the Kiwoom bullpen. Their whip is not much better as the 3-0 is low, and now a 172 whip as far as blown saves. They've only got 9 blown saves because they don't have the lead very often. All right, here comes the 3-0 pitch. Sets up down the middle, and he misses low and walks him. Walks him on 4 pitches, and now you got the bases loaded for the top of the lineup as Kim Ji-chan will stride to the plates. A walk, a double, a sacrifice, 2 more walks, and out comes the pitching coach, grabs a baseball, which means we're going to have a pitching change. As Kim Sung-gi is not able to get 3 outs. I don't know why he is dripping in so much sweat. Kim Sung-gi has been a starter. 8 starts on 27 games, but 8 starts on the season. Last time he started, looks like he last game he also pitched on Wednesday. Came in after Wells 3 innings, but gave up 3 runs, and that's why Wells ended up taking the loss. I'll let you know who's coming in, but we will have a pitching change nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Ijunu will come in. I'm sure that is a lefty. There's three lefties, four lefties at the top of this. Actually, five now. Five lefties at the top of the lineup for Samsung at this point. No, Ijunu is no, he is a righty. All right, so this is the chance. Kim Ji Chan, the speedster. The issue with him is he is a lot of ground balls with not a lot of speed out there at at seconds. As here we go. As Vets is in there for strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Kim Ji Chan 2 for 3 on the day. A bunt single, a regular infield single, and a ground ball to the first baseman. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up down the middle, and he slaps that one foul. 0-2. 136 on there. In his career, he's hitting a 314 with the bases loaded, a 333 on this season. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws to third base, and a great play by the shortstop as that 6-5 ends it and leaves the bases loaded. Samsung is left 7 runners on the bases. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-3. Kiwoom. Almost got past the shortstop. If it wasn't bases loaded, it probably would have been able to. He probably wouldn't have thought about going to third. As they are 1 for 5 now with runners in scoring position. 3 for 8 on the day with runners on base versus Kiwoom. At this point, they are 9 for 20 with runners on base. As they've had multiple base runners every inning as so far. They are 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Is Kiwoom. And that's why they have an 8-3 lead going into the bottom of the 6th. We should be coming back. Now, obviously, there are no other games yet. The other games have the lineups out now, as they will start at 5 o'clock. North Carolina fan in the attendance. All right, the Stone Buddha out there, 284 ERA, 7 games, a 6.1 ERA as his career comes to a close. And the first pitch to Stone is outside, ball 1. And that is lifted up. Diaz given chase, but that's going to be trouble. And it just bounces into foul territory. And it's 1-1. Changes defensively is what I just heard. Is Yuji Huck does go to second base. Yang Do Gun moves over to third. Hmm, let's see what else. Kim Dae Hoon goes stays into right field. And there we go. As that is ripped right at the left fielder, and that will be one away. Liner right at Gujahook, but he is able to make the catch, and that brings up the number 6 hitter, Iju Hyung. Iju Hyung, 2 for 3 on the day, unless you're the official scorer. In that case, he's 3 for 3. It was an E5 anywhere else in the world. That was an E5 in his last at bats, but they gave him a single. He is not 3 for 3. Don't pay any attention to the stats on your screen. Single RBI single in his first at bat, an RBI or a run scoring single, and that's another hits there as he is on base for the 4th time today. As once again another hits for Kiwoom. Nice clean single through the right side. And that misses low to All June Saw, 1 for 3 on the day. He struck out in his first at bat, singled in his second, and then struck out again in his third at bats. And he reaches back, but fouls that one out of play, and it's 1-1. And that just misses below the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-1. 238 now on the season for the shortstop, the young shortstop. And the 2-1 is turned around as that's going to end up flying and off the top of the wall. Right fielder bobbles it. The third base runner around in third base, and he is going to come home and easily score. And that is going to be another run for Kiwoom as they get back the run they just gave up. As I will let you know where All June Saw is. I don't know if he's on second or third. As Iju Hyun, we'll say he's on seconds. Yep, he is on second base. Oh, having himself an RBI double there. Second hit of the day for him. And that's going to bring up Kim Gun-hee. And first pitch is up and in on the catcher, and it's 1-0. I have to think that that would be an error also. They're going to let him come home without an error, but it was an error as he bobbled it twice, which allowed the run to score, and that's is a 1-1 count. Sets up on the outside, and he slaps it over the second baseman to the right fielder. He will come home. Nope, they will stop him over at third, and he is on base again as Kiwoom just keeps hitting, and hitting. As now they've got runners on the corner for Jun Tae Hyun. Kiwoom is unloading on Samsung's bullpen. All right, Kim Tae-hyun steps in now, 2 for 2 on the day. Walked in his first at bats, a single in his second, and an RB or a single and a run scored in his third at bats. Bad pickup by Jun Saw, and first fouled away there, 1-1 now. Oh Seung Wan are running into some issues again. He is not the pitcher that he used to be. Was taken off the roster last year, didn't even make the playoff roster for Samsung. Just brought up recently, just basically due to injuries, and gets that one past him. A 1-2 counts now. Jun Tae-hyun looking to increase this lead for Kiwoom and put them up to double digits. And lifts that one, but it gets foul, stays out of play, and it'll be 1-2. And the 1-2 is popped up left fielder giving chase into foul territory, but it will get out of play. And we'll have pitch number 18 of this inning for Oh Seung Wan. And the 1-2 pitch lifted up, left fielder giving chase. He will tag up at third as he is flat footed when he catches it. Throws to second, doesn't tag up to go there, but that will be a sacrifice fly to left field, putting them up 10-3. Two away now, and Oh Seung Wan continues his downfall. That flips the lineup back over Sung Sung Moon. 3-run shot in his last at bats. And he pops that one up. Third baseman to shortstop giving chase in fair territory. And that will be 3 away. But Kiwoom gets 2 more on 3 hits and a sacrifice. We will go to the 7th inning. It's all Kiwoom at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Say leave another one on. They've left 9 on base. 9 on base. Let's see. Let's see. "23 at bats with runners in scoring position for Kiwoom today. And that is how you conduct an offense, ladies and gentlemen. And that is how you conduct an offense. All right, into right field is Pak Ju Hong, and then coming into pitch is Jo Young Gun for Kiwoom. Pak Tu Hong getting some time out there. Oh, they'll have the Samsung will have 2, 3, 4 hitters coming in. Kim Sung Yoon slaps that one foul and out of play. It's 0-1. No, Kim Sung Yoon, 4-6-3 double play in his first at bat, flew out to left in his second, flew out to left in his third. 0 for 3 on the day. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And up high, ball 1-1. 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, but misses way up high. 2-1, 146 on the gun there. All right, so the 2-1 pitch, and that is going to be a ground ball through the right side, and they've got themselves a bit much needed base runner as he is on base for the first time today. Gujahuka now steps up, 3 flyouts, 1 to center, 1 to left, and then another 1 to center in his 3 at bats. 0 for 3 on the day. And looks at strike one right down the middle. 0-1. 271 and now on to the season for Gujahook. And the 0-1 sets up right at the knees on the outside corner, and he hits his spots, but fouls it away, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 sets up at the knees, and he is going to line that into center field, and they've got the first 2 runners on base with back-to-back singles to lead off the top of the 7th. Bring up a Diaz. Again, it has not been an issue of getting runners on base for Samsung. It's been an issue of getting them home once they do get on base. They had a single and bunt single in the first. They had a hit by pitch and a single in the second. They had a single in the third, a single, a walk, a double in the fourth. The fifth was the only inning they went 1, 2, 3. Last inning in the sixth, they had a walk, a double, and 2 other walks. Left the bases loaded. They've left 7 runners on base as that misses up on Diaz, and it's 1-0. So it's not an issue of getting runners on. It's about doing something once they get them on, as they're 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. As here comes the 1-0 pitch, sets up on the outside and misses outside at 2-0. And Diaz always a threat to put one over the wall. He is not play well against Kiwoom though. Hitting a 180 coming into the game against Kiwoom. 1 for 3 today. And that misses way outside. Ball 3, 3-0. 4-3 ground out in his first at bat back in the second. In the fourth, a single, a run scored. And then just last inning, he led off the inning with a fly out to left before Samsung was able to put a run up later. Yes, here comes the 3-0 pitch, sets up on the outside, and he misses his spots, but it's a strike over the middle nonetheless, and it's 3-1. Plenty of baseball left as again, Kiwoom has the worst bullpen in the league, an ERA of over 6 for the Kiwoom bullpen. Sets up on the outside. The 3-1 misses way up high, and they've walked the bases loaded with nobody outs. And that's going to bring up Yuji Hyuk, who is 1 or 0 for 0 on the day. As the Lions fan enjoy their adult beverages with a second straight inning with runners on with the bases loaded. Giants fan enjoying their pink cup drinks, whatever's in there. And that, I don't think that kid will ever grow into that helmet. Yuji Hyuk in his career is 295 with the bases loaded. Yuji Hyuk walked in his 1 at bats, came around to score, and that misses low. Ball 1, ball 5. Yuji Hyuk hitting 404 with runners on base. And that misses up high, 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch sets up, and that misses up high, 3-0. Samsung has got them right where they want them, down 7 and against their bullpen, ladies and gentlemen. And the 3-0 misses, and that'll walk in a run. Walks in a run, ladies and gentlemen. Walks in a run. Four-pitch walk. And that's in there for a strike, ladies and gentlemen. He threw a strike. He threw a strike as Kim Tae-hoon 1 for 1 on the day. It doubled in his last at bats, his only at bat, as he was pinch hitting just last inning. And that is going to be a single through the right side, and 1 run is going to score. Just move them up, ladies and gentlemen. Move them up as they keep the bases loaded. And now it is a 10-5. Five up to the plate, so 5 been on base. As the KBO bullpens are making themselves known. I have to think that they've got a, yep, we'll have a pitching change here. A much needed pitching change, I guess, is what you could say. A single by Kim Sung-yoon, a single by Gu Ja-hook, and then a walk by Diaz, a walk by Yuji Hyuk, and a single by Kim Tae-hoon. Has scored 2 already here in the top of the 7th as the lead is cut from 10-3 down to 10-5. Bases are still loaded with nobody out, though. We'll see who comes in to pitch. Still waiting for the announcement of who is pitching. All right, Won Jong Hyun will come out to pitch now. All right, so Won Jong Hyun out on the mound. He has been around the league, a 4.94 ERA, 33 games, one loss, four saves, five holds, 31 innings, 20 strikeouts, and 11 walks. Samsung fans are getting loud at the stadium now. All right, DJ Hyun looks at the ball 1-0, and pops him up, but it will gets foul, and it's 1-1. EJ Hyun, a 2 for 2 on the day, a single in his first at bat, a double RBI double in his second, sacrifice fly to center field back in, last inning. And now he's coming up again with the bases loaded. As here comes the 1-1 pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 1-2. In his career, he's hitting a 394 with 2 grand slams. And the 1-2 pitch just sets up on the outside just above the knees, and he rolls over it to shortstop, underhand toss to second base, throws to first in time, and that will be a 6-4-3 double play. Another run will score, but now they've got at least one away. They're going to check the replay, I guess. Diaz definitely scored. Yuji Huck is definitely at third. Kim Tae-yeon is definitely out, and it's a matter of does EJ Hyun safe or out? Ooh. Yeah, out on the field. So out was the original call, which will mean that he is out, and that's means you've got a runner on the third with 2 outs now. Oh no, you deleted it, Adonis. There went everybody's messages. Nice double play for you there, Adonis. Now you've got the 2 away as Kang Min Ho steps in. Big double play there for Kiyoom. All right, so Kangmi No looks at ball one up high, 1-0. And then the 1-0 is low, ball two, 2-0. All righty, 2-0 pitch sets up on the outside corner, and that misses low, ball three. They don't really want to pitch to Kang Min Ho. I'm surprised they don't just walk him here. They would much rather face Yang Do Gun. Kang Min Ho does have power versus Yang Do Gun, who does not. Uh they should. The fact that it's the seventh inning and 2 outs, as that catches the inside corner. Yeah, Kiwoom should win. Their bullpen is rested. It's a day off tomorrow, so they can throw every pitcher out there. As the 3-1 sets up on the outside, and he grounds ball to the shortstop, but he bobbles it. Third baseman grabs it, throws to first, but it's nowhere near in time. And another run is going to score. As Kang Min Ho is now going to be on first base. As he tried to backhand it, but he forgot to leave the glove open. Off the fingers of the glove. I would call that an error. But they will probably give him a hit on that because the KBO scoring is extremely weak. All right, so that brings up a Yang Do Gun. A Yang Do Gun. 0 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to the pitcher, a fly out to center, and a run scored. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And a foul to straight back, 1-1. Yeah, Kiyoom should win. I said should. Yeah, they give Kang Min Ho an infield hits. Just embarrassing the scoring in this league. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees, and that is missed his spot badly, but it catches the inside corner, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss there. They leave another one on base, but they get 4 as they almost bat all the way around. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 10-7 Q. If you're wondering, my scoring is different. So my scoring would be more MLB style. Uh, so if you're watching, Kiwoom would have 16 hits and Samsung would have 10 hits. But yeah, 2 for 8 with runners in scoring. All right, so who's going to come in for Samsung? I assume, yep, Bae Chan Sung will come in to pitch now. Have a new pitcher on the mound. The young, I believe, the third pitch in third player in the draft. Bae Chang-sung. All right, Kiam will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. The EGO will lead things off for them. A 1 for 4 on the D. And the first pitch is low, ball one. The hard throwing lefty, the third pick in the draft, last year's draft. And that's in there for a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. No, he is 19 years old. New Year's baby, ladies and gentlemen. A New Year's Day baby. And he fouls that one, and it's 1-2. Bottom of the seventh here, 270 on the season for Imji after his 1 for 4 day. So again, a single in his first at bat popped up to the pitcher or the first baseman in his second at bats. Struck out in his third, and a ground ball back to the first baseman in his fourth at bat. And the 2-2 is lifted up into a right, coming over and makes the catch is Kim Jae-hoon, and 1 away. That'll bring up Lee Ju-hyung. And that's going to be a ground ball or eats him up over at second base. And that will be an E4. As another error on a Samsung. Should be their third error of the day. But courtesy of the KBO, that'll just be their first. Lee Ju-hyung does have plenty of speed. He 6-4 ground out in his first at bat, but ended up getting an RBI out of that, stole a base, came around to score, and then his single is a bunt single. So on base for the fourth time today is that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Pak Chu-hong 175 on the season. Not a good hitter, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good hitter. As that is outside 1-1. Earlier this week, he was it Thursday? I believe that's yeah, I believe Thursday. They walked the two batters in front of him to get to him, and then he proceeded to get out with the bases loaded. So the bottom of the 11th, the bottom of the 11th, runner on third, 1 out. Sorry, 2 outs as Im Ji-yeol struck out, as that's going to be a swing and a miss there, and he continues to struggle offensively. Just absolutely dejected look on his face. It's not a guy that you can have in there late in the game. They put him in for defense, but So again, Thursday, extra inning game against Kiwoom, or against Kia. Kiwoom has a runner on third. As Stone, did he go around? He did. They have a runner on third. They strike out Imji, and then they walk the number 3 and 4 hitters. Automatic walk, intentional walk to the third and fourth hitters to get to him, and he ends up getting out. So no problem. Thanks for stopping by, Abu. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch to Stone Garrett as he spins around on it and fouls that away. It should have been a ball, but it's 0-2. Stone 2 for 4 on the day. RBI single back in the first inning. Struck out looking in the third. A strike or a single in the fourth, and then a line out to left field back in the sixth inning. Coming up here in the bottom of the seventh for his fifth at bat of the day. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. And way up high, ball 1-1-2. 153 on the gun there from the young left-hander. Kind of does a jump. Reminds me of what is his name? Carter Capps. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch, way outside, and it's 2-2 now. Stone, maybe he's finding his groove here. Late. What is? Oh, his cover for his pant or his shoe. You know, the pitchers have the extra toe cover for whenever they spin around on the mound. It is ripped off, and he ended up ripping it off by hand there. Oh, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the inside, and that's going to be a big swing and a miss. They leave another one on base. They've left 10 on base today, ladies and gentlemen. 10 on base. As we will go to the eighth inning, it's 10-7 Kiel. 10 runners left on. Abu, where are you watching from? Why Kiwoom? Why Samsung? All right. The other games will be starting in 5 quick minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you guys updates as those games get underway and start happening. So Yoon Suk Won out on the mound now for Kiwoom, though. All right, so we are back. Ah, sounds good. All righty, here we go. And that misses outside to Kim Ji Chan, the leadoff hitter for Samsung. He's the only guy that did not hit in last inning. And Samsung fans are yelling and screaming. Yeah, another 1-0 is missed outside, and it's 2-0. Yeah, that's a standard practice. You know, pick kids pick something because they like the color or they like the mascot. As here comes the 2-0 pitch, sets up on the middle and catches the inside corner, and it's 2-1. I know the teams have really started promoting a lot of kids collabs. I just noticed the other day because uh, is just a sec is the 2-1 is sets up right at the waist, and that's going to be lined into center field. That's coming in, and that's going to be one away. So a lot of these teams are doing collabs. I know LG did a collab with Hello Kitty. Hanwha did a collab with Bread Barbershop. Uh, Busan or Lotte has a collab with Pokemon. Doosan has a comment. Just found out Doosan has a collab with Brawl Stars. Is that's misses outside and it's 1-0. KT has a collab with Peanuts. Kia has a collab with Teeny Peeny or Pingy Teen or Tingy Teen Ping or I don't know what it is. And as here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that misses way outside at 2-0. Kim Sung Yoon, a 1 for 4 on the day, a 4-6-3 double play, a fly out to left, a fly out to left, a single and a run scored in his last at bats, where he started last inning off with that leadoff single. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. And just gets a stitch on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Kiwoom's mascots are trying to figure out why they are in the dome, yet it's stupid hot. You know, Kiwoom didn't turn on the AC because they are trying to save money. As the 2-1 misses up and in, and it's 3-1. All right, here we go. 3-1 pitch. All right, it is the top of the eighth, not the bottom. And misses outside, and he walks him. That's big because they run into the middle of this order. They can put up runs in a hurry. Gujauk, not only Gujauk, but Kim Sung Yoon has plenty of speed also. Here we go. And the first pitch is in there for a strike at the top of the zone as it breaks in there. Got Gujahook leaning back, but breaks in at the top of the zone right in the middle. And it's 0-1. Gujahook 1 for 4 on the day. It flew out to center, flew out to left, flew out to center, and then a single and a run scored in the last inning as he pops that one up. Third baseman under it, and 2 away. Two away now in the eighth inning is Samsung down to their final 4 outs. Diaz steps in and he fouls it right into the catcher's mask, and it's 0-1. Diaz on the day, 1 for 3, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bats, a single and a run scored in the fourth, and a fly out to left in the sixth, a walk and a run scored just last inning. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And he fouls that one off, and it's 0-2. And they dance around as they've got a baseball. And he caught it in the air with his bare hands. And here we go, the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a liner right at the shortstop who was positioned perfectly. And that will be the end of the eighth for Samsung. They leave another one on. They've left 9 on so far. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 10-7. Just ridiculous. 5 for 17 with runners on base, 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They've left 9 on. There has been one, two, three half inning in this entire game. One, 2, 3 half inning. Kiwoom has had base runners every single inning. Every single inning. All right, the other games have started. Nobody scored yet, though. Come on, guys, get some scoring going. All right. Oh, the 6, 7, 8 hitters will be coming up for Kiwoom. We'll see who's coming in onto the mound as Iho Sung will come out onto the mound for Samsung. This is their closer. Iho Sung comes out onto the mound for Samsung, hoping to keep Kiwoom off the board to give them a little bit of better chance. Yo Sung wearing the old number 1. 5.35 ERA on the season, 34 games, 5 wins, 2 losses, 6 saves, 3 holds, 35 and a points, 1 innings, 42 strikeouts, 16 walks, and a 1.16 whip. Lee Ju-hyung will greet him. Lee Ju-hyung 4 for 4 on the day, according to official stats, but my much better stats says he's 3 for 4 as he reached on an air back in the 4th inning. And sets up on the outside, and here comes the first pitch. And fouled away, gets out of play, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and that is in there for strike, and it's 0-2. Whoops, wrong side. Lee Ju-hyung, RBI single in his first, a single and a run scored, E5, and then a single in his run scored on his other at bats. And in the 0-2 pitch, way up high, 1-2. And the 1-2 is going to be slapped, but just bounces foul, and it stays 1-2. And a diving catch by Yang Do-gun over at third base keeps him from being on base for the 5th time today, and 1 away now in the bottom of the 8th. Yo Song will have to buy him a nice steak dinner. Jun Saul will step in now, 2 for 4 on the day. A strikeout in his first, single, strikeout, and an RBI double and a run scored in his last at bat. Swings it to ball 1, and it's 0-1. Song Sung Moon swinging a bat in the dugouts as the 0-1 misses way low, 1-1. Oh, that's a Caleb. I don't think that's gonna happen, man. And here comes the 1-1. And he bunts it into the netting. And it's 0-2 for 1-2. Yeah, I don't think that's a likely thing happening. Oh, not together. So Samsung will have their 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up in the top of the ninth, if that makes you feel any better. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. Yeah, 20 means nothing when you're winning 400. Thank you, thank you. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, sets up right at the waist, but misses up high, and we've got ourselves a full count. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, this is the first full count of the day for Kiwoom. The first full count of the day for Kiwoom. One out in the bottom of the eighth is fouled away, and it stays 3-2. One out in the bottom of the eighth is the first time Kiwoom has had a full count on the day. And he catches him looking at the ball at the bottom of the zone, and that's will be two away. Great, beautiful pitch there as he freezes. Just gets the middle and the back of the plates as the nice, beautiful, not statistic, but graphic flashes on your screen. All right, Kim Gun-hee steps in now, fouls that one out of play, and it's 0-1. Kim Gun-hee 2 for 4 on the day. 6-3 ground out in the first, 6-4 RBI ground out in the third, a double and a run scored, and a single in the sixth. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, way, way up high, and 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be right back to the pitcher. And that will be an underhand toss to Diaz. 1, 2, 3, go the Kiwoom Heroes for the first time today. It took 8 innings before Kiwoom was able to, or before Samsung was able to retire them without letting them anybody on base. We go to the ninth inning as Samsung needs 3 before they get 3 outs. They will have the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up trying to do it. Again, with this many hits across the day, it's pretty much everybody has gotten a hit or at least been on base. Ryuji Hyuk will lead things off. He's 0 for 0 on the day. He pinch hits and walked, scored a run. And then in the next inning, he walked an RBI walk and also scored a run in that 4-run 7th inning for Samsung. So 0 for 0 on the day, but he's been on base both times and scored both times. And then behind him will be Kim Tae-hoon. Kim Tae-hoon 2 for 2 on the day. He pinch hits for Lee Sung-gyu back in the 6th inning. And that ended up a double and an RBI single in the 7th. Then EJ Hyun back behind him, who has also been on base twice. So lots and lots of offense possibilities as Kiwoom will have their closer Ju Sung-woo out on the mound. All right, Jusung Woo. Yep, last inning. As long as Samsung doesn't score three. All right, UG Huck, a 289 on the season. The first pitch sets up on the outside and misses low, ball one. One 0 pitch coming up. Sets up on the outside just above the knees again, and the 1 0 catches the inside corner, 1-1. In left field is Pak Soo Jong. Stone coming out. I'll change it in a little bit. And that is ripped, but into the Kiwoom dugout as they dive out of the way, and it's now 1-2. Hit somebody's helmets. Almost went into the cubbies back there, but knocked the helmets down. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Misses outside at 2-2. Nobody's bothering to pick up the helmets. And he lifts that into left field. And just like that, the left fielder getting some action as that is one away. Down to their final 2 outs now. That brings up Kim Tae-hoon. Kim Tae-hoon, 2 for 2 on the day. And that sets up on the outside in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Yep, Samsung's up. If you Adonis, if you look at the screen, your screen, it's got a bat behind the person that's up. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman on the grass, throws to first, and that's 2 away. That brings up EJ Hyun. Down to their final outs is Samsung looking to try to keep it from getting swept against Kiwoom. And here we go. The pitch to EJ Hyun is pops him up. Out of play though, and it's 0-1. EJ Hyun, 2 for 3 on the day, a single, RBI double, a sacrifice fly to center field. But the big at bat was in the 7th inning, up with the bases loaded and nobody out in a 6-4-3 double play. As that is outside, 1-1. That 6-4-3 double play pretty much killed the rally as Samsung was fighting back at that time. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside at the thighs and misses inside, but pops it up. The shortstop under it. And that will be the game, ladies and gentlemen. On the fly out to the shortstop, Kiwoom takes the 10-7 win and also a gigantic sweep against Samsung. A huge, huge sweep against Samsung. So thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back next weekend. So real quick recap, and then before we head out, so I'll let you know what's going on in the rest of the league. So Samsung just didn't have it. They ended up using 7 pitchers. Yeah, 7 pitchers. Lee Sung Hyun came out, started, gave up 3 runs in that first inning as a hit by pitch, a single, a RBI ground out, stolen base, another walk, another RBI single, another RBI single. They ended up getting 3 runs in the first inning. In the third inning, another single, a single, and another RBI ground outs was able to put them up 4-0. Samsung did battle back, but again, in the fifth inning, the 3-run shot by Sung Moon, that's his fourth home run of this 3-game series as the captain for Kiwoom is really pretty much putting himself in the competition or in the talk of being the best captain in the league. Uh, in Samsung, they battled back in the seventh inning. The Kiwoom bullpen again is the worst in the league, an ERA over 6 for the Kiwoom bullpen. A leadoff single by Kim Sung Yoon, then a single by Gu Jauk put runners on first and second, but then a walk to Diaz, loaded the bases, nobody outs, and another walk to Yoo Ji Hyuk ends up scoring a run. Then a single by Kim Jae Hoon ends up making it at that time 10 to 10 to 6, I believe. 10 10 to 5, 10 to 6, and then a 6-4-3 ground out makes it 10 to 6, and then a an error on the third baseman by Kiwoom would have ended the inning, but another run scored on that error for with Kang Min Ho, so to make it 10 to 7 at the time. Uh, Nobody scored after that. So Lachlan Wells will get his very first win of the season. And again, this is his second starts. He also started on Wednesday, which is a real surprise that he's starting on Sunday because normally you have a 5 or 6 days off. But he pitched 5 innings, 77 pitches, 51 for strikes, 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 runs, both of them earned. So he will pick up his first win as he is just a replacement. Again, he is just a 6-week replacement for Rosenberg, who is injured. So you have to think that again, a lot of these teams are picking Asian or the Asian League for replacements. Obviously, not Stone Garrett for Kiwoom, but a lot of them are going with these Asian League pitchers, and the reason for that is that's next. So right now, the rules in the KBO are each team is allowed 3 foreign players. Up to 2 can be can be pitchers. They can all 3 be hitters, but they cannot all 3 be pitchers. So up to 2 can be pitchers. Kiwoom tried a 1 starting pitching with 2 hitters, but it was not successful. Not successful, not because of anything except that they didn't pick very good hitters. So uh, next year, they're supposed to allow a pitcher and a hitter from the Asian leagues, which means anybody from Japan, Taiwan, China, but also Australia. So a lot of these teams are pretty much auditioning possible pitchers, possible hitters for next year that they could add to their team. So uh, it's why we're seeing so many more Australian players in the KBO this year. It's preparation for next year since they are only a 6-week replacement. They're much cheaper than bringing somebody from the US or anything like that. So they are much better in that sense. But Kiwoom gets the win. They get the sweep. Samsung falls to 500 on the season as they were 39, 38 and 1 coming into this game. They lost now four games in a row, falling to 39 to 39 and 1. Kiwoom moves to 25, 54 and 3, just bringing that winning percentage up slowly. So they get the big sweep. Elsewhere around the league, there are a couple scores so far. SSG has put up 1 run in the bottom of the second on a solo shot by Heredia against Yuan-Jin. Yuan-Jin making his first start coming back. I don't think he's going to pitch that much. I think maybe 50, 60 pitches for him. And then Joe Donuk or Wong Jun Saw will come in a long relief. But SSG with a early lead there. They had an early lead yesterday also, so nothing to say from there. LG Q is tied at a 0. KT Lotte is also tied at 0. Doosan is up 1-0 in the second inning, and they've also got runners on first and seconds with nobody out as they double and two straight singles have put them up 1-0. I think Doosan wins this game. The other game that I would think is a I want to say lock is LG over Kia today. Sorry, Brink, if you're still hanging out in the chats, but so thank you guys for tuning in. Remember next week, so in the month of July, the weekend games start at 6 o'clock, so it'll be 1 hour later than it normally is. The Kiwoom home games do start at 2 o'clock on Sunday. So, depending on what teams you want to see, make sure that you vote in the polls that I put up each week. And then I'll pick who I'm going to stream on each day based on that. So, next weekend, I'll do one game on Saturday, a 6 o'clock game. And then on Sunday, I will do the Hanwha and Kiwoom game that is 2 o'clock because it is in the dome. Kiwoom is the only team that plays in the dome. But if they finish similar to today, where they're finishing it within three hours or 3.5 hours, I will do a second game, meaning I will do a double header on Sunday next week, as long as the Hanwha Kyun game finishes within reason. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you again, Wits. Way, way, way too generous. But I will be back tomorrow, or not tomorrow. I will be back next weekend. So, as always, until next time.